Hey everyone, welcome to Weekend Project. I'm Laura Lynn of the Mom and Pop Quilt Shop, and we're very happy to see you here today. Today we're working on a fun little project. It's a challenge to myself. In 2017, we did a lot of scraps adventures on the weekends at our live streams at 1 p.m. Eastern, so feel free to join us then. We always put something fun and exciting together, and most times the patterns are free and we share them with everybody, okay? So in that time, I ended up having like a container of chocolates delivered, and then of course, you know, I shared the chocolates. So I ended up putting most of the projects I was working on, the little scrappy bits left over, in this container. So I haven't been into it. I pulled out a couple pieces going, I could probably work with this. So let's get her done. I'm calling this a crumb and scraps or strips, whatever you like to call it, project. Okay, so I am making a placemat for Sophie, and Sophie is our dog, and she's a very cute and adorable dog. You can always check her out. She's got her own camera when we live stream. And her placemat area is approximately this big, and that's for her bowl of food and her container of water. So, and it's got like a jug on it, so it, you know, constantly feeds and so on and so forth. So I want to make sure it's nice and pretty for her. So why not, right? So I took this is my foundation fabric, a fabric that I'm stitching on, and I'm going to use up my crumbs and strips and all sorts of good things. So I took a bag that I had full of projects that I just kind of shoved in there, bits, like I said, bits and bobs. This was a whole other project there, and this is what I came up for half. So this will go here on this side, and now I need to build the other side, right? So there we go, and we're going to do that with this container right here. So it'll probably be a little bit more detailed because there's more strips and squares and stuff in there, because that's what was in the bag. So Pop said I should just grab from the top, and then whether it's too small or too big, whether we use it or not. And you can start anywhere on your foundation. You can make a mark. You could start in the center. This one I pretty much kind of started in the center, and I put that pink square kind of on the angle, and then I added the pink, and then I added the purple, and then I believe I added some like this here and then there, and then wherever it came on a weird little angle, I just kind of tucked it and folded it and sewed it. Like, really, there's no rules. You could do whatever you like. You're using up your fabrics. There's some Harry Potter fabric in here, some cheetah fabric, and then polka dots and Halloween. We've seen that from when I did the Halloween quilt. I think we were making the bats at that point in time. And then there's, you know, a little, a lion and a zebra, and of course, beautiful cardinals. And there's all sorts of beautiful little projects that we have worked on here for sure. So it's a nice little memory. And, you know, I like looking at it. It's nice and colorful. I want something colorful for Sophie. Right now, she just has a plain white one that I just quilted up, so we need to add some color. So here, oh, that's a good size. We could start off with that. Okay, this I think is, whoa, that is way too big. Okay, so let's going to put that off to the side. I'm going to say yes or no to some of these pieces. That's good. We could put those two together. That's a good piece too. That is a little bit too thin. If anything, we could probably use a bit right there. You know, we could probably fandangle that into somewhere. Other than that, I don't know what you would do with this. I'm just going to put it off to the side with the yes and the no pile, or the no pile. So there's a bit here that's really thin. Maybe do the thicker part here. You can put a couple of these little strips together as our starter bit. Oh, that's a good chunk. Here. So I'm just going to pull and try and make us, oh, there's a, maybe too big. We could always cut a chunk off of that. We could do like a weird little angle piece. So it's kind of like yay or nay. What do you use for this? You got to think about seam allowance and how it flips over and so on and so forth. If you want, what I've been doing was part of this, if I wanted to stabilize a little bit more, I just kind of came back over and stitched right over on top. So there's a few spots in here where it's stitched down. I don't think it makes any difference, so I'm making it nice and secure. I like it that way. All right, so here, let's give this a go. And then this is going to take some time, so this is going to be our first time using kind of a fast up section of our videos, or sped up sections of our video, I think that I remember. And yeah, that'll be interesting. So let's get this going, okay? Now when it comes to adding certain strips, like when you're trying to build out certain sections, if you want to go in a certain way, or you want the flat side edges trying to work its way out from the center, this is where you can take a strip and you can put it right across here, making sure you're coming down to the lowest seam allowance or seam sewing point there, and come across here, or go on the angle. I mean, I think an angle would be fun. Actually, let's go on the angle. Let's go on the angle, shall we? Okay, and then let's pop a pin or two in here, because we want to go make sure we're going past this blue point here with the blue bottom speckled, and past the purple point here. Okay, and then once we get that sewn, we can pick these guys out here with just our little seam ripper. Okay, my beautifully gifted seam ripper. And don't worry about if you poke through your foundation piecing. It's just fabric. It's just to give you something to sew on. And of course, you could do letters. I think doing someone's, I thought actually afterwards, after I'd already started this, was like doing a big S in the center for Sophie. You know what I mean? I thought that would be kind of cute. So once you get this sewn here from this edge here down to here, you can trim that little bits, and those little bits can go into your crummy blocks or your crummy collection. So we're just gonna here and here, and then back under the needle, and let's keep making some progress. See if we can find something to continue that piece right there, or build up on it. Let's pick this piece. Another piece. I want to make sure we're trying to come all the way up. Okay, we're coming to the end of our beautiful little colorful square here for Sophie's placemat. Like I said, I'm making 2 of them. I've done one right here and just been kind of grabbing from the stash and seeing what will fit and clipping here and even piecing my own fabric together to make a bit of a strip of fabric to be able to work with. You got to be creative with your own stash. There's no rules. There's no regulations, no, crumb or piecing or scrappy police. So don't worry about that. Just have fun with your stash. It's more than just, something to look at. You want to be able to use it, and you kind of have to have a certain lifespan with them. You want to make sure you're still trying to use them within a couple of years, making something with them. This is definitely one thing. If you feel like you've done something with your scraps, and maybe it's okay to help recycle or give to others once you've done a few things with them, right? So you don't have to just always make big projects. You can do scrappy fun stuff too. Great. So fold this under here, and that's a nice fold under there all the way up to the top here. Should be able to get that. Oh yeah, just had to pull it over. Okay, and then once we have the top to fit the square or the rectangle, whatever it is you're working with, I think this would make an awesome bag as well. This is a great way to use your scraps to build a bag, to maybe build a beach bag, or make or something for the car, to catch all the this and that falls out of the bags. It's all good. All right, so we know we have more than what we need on majority of the sides. I'm not too, I folded this under here. Oopsies. That got folded under. Well, that's not going to help us square up anything, so we got to pick that out. Whoopsies. I didn't see that got tucked under. That's okay. It happens. We could have just kind of squared it off, but we can fix. And of course I could put batting in between the backing and this top piece here, this foundation piece top. Or I could just, make just a back for it and just lay it on the floor. It's not going to matter. There we go. Okay, so what I want to do here, let's move over on the side here. Make sure that stays there. And that stays there, because we can sew over. I want to go all the way around. I want to go all the way around on this white foundation fabric, okay? Just with a nice big base stitch, and then we're going to trim up so it looks just like this one here, okay? Super cute. And that'll be side 2 of Sophie's placemat. Or you can do whatever you like with it. I just thought it'd be a nice, fun idea. I mean, I keep looking over at her dish and her water dish, and I'm like, that's kind of boring, just white fabric. So let's make something for Sophie. We love our fur babies here. Well, fur baby. We had 2. That's the way life goes. All right, it's a little shy on that corner there. I'm not going to be too worried about it. If I feel like we need to stick something there, then I'll stick something there. And then, oops. I knew we were getting a little wanky there. Okay, fold that out. There we go. Make sure we get that little bit of pink. I'm not sure if we'll ever be able to see it, but at least it's still there to help fill it out. And then I have some pink binding and some yellow binding to go around if I so choose to pick one color or the other, or mix and match. It doesn't really matter. I picked the pink because of course it's Sophie, but I also picked the yellow because it was nice and bright. So we'll decide. Be sure to tune in on Saturday when we're starting a brand new project on the weekend live stream, and you can see how it all turned out. Okay. So once you go all around, you kind of you're stabilized your fabric all to the foundation. You give it a good trim. Oops, we'll have to tuck that and do a pin. I must have missed that. That's okay. Oh, that's probably where I untuck. You know what I mean. Took the threads out, silly. There we go. I'll put that right on top. No big deal. And then same here. There we go. Okay, sorted. Okay, now we're going to trim that. Oh, I got bits and bobs all over the place here. Let's move this out of the way. Okay, we're going to trim it just like that one. Okay, oops. Oh, we'll sort that. We'll sort that out. Not a big deal. Okay. And then all those can still go into the bucket. I mean, it's a never-ending situation when it comes to scraps. Let me tell you, when it comes to quilting, or when you're fabric making, or not fabric making, but clothes making and stuff like that, there's never really a shortage. So, okay, we'll just have to add some top stitching on that one. It kind of flipped over for some reason. But that's okay. We can fix that. And same with here. Clearly I was more excited and, you know, didn't quite finish off what I should have. Whoopsies. Oh, can you blame me? And then we're going to sew these two together to make one. Or I can make two separate ones. I thought of that too. I'm like, oh, maybe two separate ones might be better. But I kind of like it as one little unit on the floor. So let's put these two like this. That'll be our 1 and our 2. There we go. And I just got a little bit of top stitching to do on the other side there. Like I say, you can put batting in between. You don't have to. You can maybe put even like a rubberized sort of mat underneath if you wanted. Once you put the binding on or finished it off, or you can just run it through a serger. There's that too. And of course, sewing the two sides together makes one big placemat. Or it can make two sides to a bed. You could have a lot of fun doing something random from a bucket that's of similar sizes or strips or something like that. Sometimes it's a little difficult to work with when you got little tiny little things here, and it's like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to make anything with that, but I'm keeping it for now, sort of thing, right? So there we go, everybody. Thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing. We greatly appreciate it here at the Mama Pop Quilt Shop. We hope you like our videos, give a thumbs up, click the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything, and we will see you on the weekend project, okay? So take care, enjoy the day, and we will see you very soon. Bye-bye, everybody. Crumbs and scraps. What to do with them? This is one idea.